Hey, in this YouTube video, I'm going to show you how to, here's a folder right here, and there's a folder and then there's another folder. So these are all the files in this folder, and what this does is it'll take all the names for all of these files, and it'll search for a specific name. So I did a search for RE. RE could be like anywhere in the name. It could be like, one second, it could be over here. So you could say RE in the middle, so anywhere in the name it could say RE. So basically it'll put all the names of these files in an Excel workbook, and then it'll match the variable to the one that I want to open, and it'll also open up the file explorer so I could select the folder. So if you have like files that don't have exact names and they're constantly changing, but you generally know most of the text in it, and it's the same kind of type of file but for like thousands of different folders, then you can basically use the file explorer with this macro and open up the file and have it so it automatically opens up that specific workbook as you run your code. So you can basically pull workbooks live, and then you can pull the data from them quicker. So here's the code for this. So basically I'm just gonna run this right here, and this will be on my website. So you press play here, and what it does is it opens up the File Explorer dialog box, and you just select whichever folder you want and you press OK. And now the code's basically done. So it opened up RE1, the workbook, in that folder over here, RE1, and basically what it did is it pulled in all the file names from that folder. You can see all the file names over here in column 1 or column A with the extension .png. So if I right click and I go to properties, it has the file extension here, and then it has so it has like the file name and the file extension. And then I set up a formula that basically in the VBA, I'll show this part right now. And what this formula does, it searches for this particular word, RE, and if it has RE, it puts a 1 there, and otherwise it's a 0. And basically what this code does is it sets like my file 2 is, it gets set to, like it loops through right here. It loops from the first file to the last file, and if column B equals 1, then it sets my file2 variable equal to whatever value is in cell A. So once it just goes down column A and it sees RE1 and it sees 1 over here, so it sets my file2 equal to this value in A17. And then over here, so this references module 2. So I have over here, so module 2 over here. So I have a sub-procedure called grab file name from folder path, and which I just highlighted. So in module 1, here's grab file name from folders. So that's the same name in module 2 and module 1. So basically how this code runs is you press F8, F8, F8. So it goes into module 2 from module 1, and then it runs this code here, which will also be on my website. And what it does is it basically it loops through, and let's see, press F8. So this is the file path that I wanted to look in. So whichever file path you want to start in is where it pulls all the file names from. So basically I have that one set. So right now it just iterates through all of the objects in that path. And see this debug print here, if you go to view and immediate window, it prints out each of the names as it loops through the file. or through the folder. So as it loops through here, it writes down all the names, and then basically it goes back to this module 1 for module 2 when it reaches the bottom of that, and over here it opens up the file explorer. So let me just delete this out and skip to that section. So if you go over here and you press play, it'll go to the file explorer section. So it sets the application.filedialog builder, and then press F8. So if it's not shown, then it shows it. So here is where you select the folder path and you press OK. So when you do that, right now my path is blank, but when I press F8 again, my path gets, the value gets set to whatever folder I just selected. So basically, by doing that, you if you combine the my path with what I just showed you and what I showed you at the beginning of the video for my file 2 with it equaling 1, then you can concatenate them both, so you get the path and the file together, and then you could open up that workbook in that particular file path. So I mean, if you need to basically select folders, like and it constantly changes and it's generally in the same place, and you need to also read in all the names and just pull in certain text, so it just needs to have RE somewhere in there or whatever text you're kind of looking for, and then you could pull that specific workbook without, like, the name could change. It could have like 2020, it could have 2019, it could change like by the month. So you could have like a program where you have like 2019 lessons and then you have 2020 lessons, and each month you save like the same lesson and the name slightly changes, so it'd be like lesson 1 March 3rd 2020, and then it'll be like April 3rd 2020. So you could pull in like just the word lesson and it'll open up that specific thing. So it's a faster way to read all the file names in a folder path, and also to basically actively click which folder you basically want the program to run from. And I mean, you could also move files from folder path to folder path, which I'll show in a different video, but you can copy this code on my website. And thank you for watching my video.